Hi petals, welcome back to our channel, or welcome if you are new here. I'm Aura and I hope that you are doing well today. So today we are back with another pick a card reading, and in this reading we'll be diving deep into your past life story to bring through your most recent past life before your current incarnation. So in this reading we'll be exploring together the details of who you were in this past life, what was your main purpose, what from this previous incarnation may be influencing your current life, and also we'll be channeling through a very special message for you from this past life self. So what does this past life self want you to know right now? And with all that being said, please remember that this is a collective reading, so not everything within your selected group may fit for you. Always take what resonates with your soul and lovingly leave the rest. So today we do have 4 different groups to choose from, represented by 4 different crystals for those of you who like to connect with the crystal energy. And for group number 1, we have this very beautiful amethyst. For group number 2, we have this very gorgeous pyrite. For group number 3, we have this very powerful Agni Manatite. And for group number 4, we have this very divine celestite. Please pick a group that you feel intuitively drawn to. You can always pause this reading if you do need more time to choose your pile. But if you do feel called to book a personal and private reading with me, you can find all the information in the description box. Please be mindful of any scammers in the comment section and on social media. I would never ever approach you for a reading. Also, don't forget to check out some of the other readings on the channel. They are completely free and timeless, and there are loads more messages waiting there for you to discover and explore. So without further ado, let's get stuck right into these readings today. The timestamps will be in the description box and in the pinned comments, and I shall see you at your selected group. Hi group 1, welcome to your reading if you selected this beautiful amethyst. This is your reading today for your past life story, and most specifically your previous incarnation before this current life. So we will be diving deep today to bring through as much information as we can for you today regarding your past life before this life that you are currently. So we'll be bringing through some main essences of this previous life, and also who you were as well. We're going to get a good idea about who you were, and also your main purposes in those life as well, and also what might be affecting your current life from this previous incarnation, what you might have brought through with you, and also bring through a very special message of guidance from this past life self as well for you right now in this very moment. So before we get stuck into your reading today, I just want to explain that whilst I am asking my spirit team to bring through your most recent past life, there may be parts parts or snippets of other incarnations that come through for you as well. And as there are many of you tuning into these readings today, I will obviously aim to bring through as much details as possible. But like I said in the intro, please take what parts resonate with you and your soul and lovingly leave the rest, okay? So we're going to get stuck into your reading now and just take a little look to start with. What is a main essence of your previous life, previous to this incarnation? And then I'm just going to channel some messages that want to come through. So the card that we have for you here is spirituality and religion coming through. So a main aspect of this previous incarnation for you, this previous life, before this current life, was really based around spirituality and religion. So you were incredibly spiritual, and I am being told that there was almost like for some of you, for most of you, a juggle between this area of religion and this other kind of like genre of spirituality. So there is a difference and between spirituality and religion. So religion can often be more structured. It can often have more rules and regulations to it, and it can often be a bit more restrictive as well, whereas spirituality is more open. It's more, connecting with your soul, connecting with the universe. So I am being told that there was kind of like a push and pull and a bit of a battle in this previous incarnation between these two energies, between spirituality and religion. But I am being told that you are more so drawn towards spirituality, because I am being drawn to the spirituality word there being a lot bigger than the religion word, okay? So it's like spirituality was taking over this essence of religion. So I feel like you were brought up in this previous incarnation in a household, a family, a community that was very much based around religion, based around structure. I'm hearing based around scripture. So there's that coming through here, but also there's this energy coming through of you being a lot deeper than that, you tapping into a lot deeper than that. I feel like in this previous incarnation you had a lot of spiritual gifts. I feel like you had your clairs activated and you were very much tapped into the universe, tapped into spiritual gifts, psychic gifts. And I feel like you had to kind of keep this secret. You had to kind of keep this hidden, because as I was just speaking then, the sun was coming out through the window. I'm not sure if it picked up on the camera there. And we can see this light there. So it's almost like you couldn't really shine light on this, okay? It's almost like you had to keep part of this hidden for fear of, being, having some sort of repercussions in a negative way. And I am being told that for some of you, this could have seeped into this incarnation as well. You might have been raised religious, or there might be that connection with you at some part in this life between religion or spirituality, whether it's something like you had a parent who was religious, or you were brought up within a certain religion, or maybe you went to a religious school or something like that coming through here. For some of you, you might actually still practice religion or spirituality, but I do feel for most of you, you are more on a spiritual path rather than a religious path. And yeah, so this past incarnation was very much revolved around that, very much based around that. That was a real huge essence of this past life for you and who you were, based around spirituality and religion. So yeah, let's get into some more cards now. I have already pulled and shuffled some cards for you off camera, and we're going to get another essence about who you were in this past life. So we have Saboteur coming through here. Light attributes highlights your fear of self-empowerment and the changes it would bring to your life. Shadow attributes induces self-destructive behavior or the desire to undermine others. Very interesting. So there's energy of fear coming through here. It's almost like, yeah, there was an energy of fear around you, and I do feel like it's stemming strongly from this balance and this juggle and this like seesaw between spirituality and religion. Like I said, I feel like you had to hide this massively in your life. It's almost like you had to keep your spiritual, I'm hearing research and discoveries hidden behind closed doors. So it was probably something that you did behind the scenes when you were at home, and not to a wider audience or community. it's almost like you couldn't fully step into your power in this previous incarnation. There was something that was holding you back. It was based around fear. And it was like, I feel like you were in this tight-knit community here. You might have had a tight-knit family or some sort of community around you where you felt a bit stuck, you felt a bit trapped, and it's like you couldn't get out of that. It was difficult for you to move out from that. It was difficult for you to move on from that. It's almost like you wanted change. You wanted to be more enlightened. You wanted to spread your enlightenment round to others, to the community, to your family, but you weren't able to do that. And it's almost like that massively held you back in some way. Because if you were to step into that, it would have brought either a radical change, or you might have been even persecuted for it, or I'm hearing abandoned or disowned, even from your family and from your circle. So it's almost like this may have resulted in some kind of self-destructive behavior here. Because it was this desire to move on, this desire to expand, but you weren't able to do so. And so it then led on to a self-destructive behavior, or something that just wasn't conducive for you. It's almost like a part of your purpose in that life was sabotaged in some way by the limitations that were around you. I want to get another card here from the Angels and Ancestors Oracle to bring through some more information about this past life and who you were. Can we get some more information about this previous incarnation for group 1 and who they were, please? We've got a couple of cards that are flipped over here. We've got the Lady, enjoy growth and reap rewards. And we've got the Medicine Mother coming through here, honor your inner knowing. Yeah, there's something about you. There's something about you that stood out, that was very different. It's almost like you didn't fit into your community. You were very different. You very much had a nurturing energy about you. I feel like you were very connected to the earth. You were very connected to natural ways of healing, natural ways of doing things. It's almost like you would use herbs, you would use things from nature to help to heal yourself and help to heal others. But it's like there was something that was holding you back from that, from being your true self. And this might have kind of seeped into this incarnation as well. You might have kind of some sort of area in your life or some sort of part of you that you feel like either has to be hidden or isn't good enough or is judged or is seen as different or doesn't fit in. And I'm already receiving this message. It's like in this life, you're supposed to kind of like carry on from that incarnation in terms of honoring yourself, your inner knowing, your psychic abilities, your clairs, your claircognizance, more specifically your claircognizance, your uniqueness. There's something about you that is very capable of growing things. I feel like you're someone who was very much held back in this previous incarnation and you could have achieved so much more. But it's like your surroundings just weren't congruent, I'm hearing, to that life. I'm hearing that you sowed many seeds and you had so much to harvest, but you weren't able to harvest everything. It's like you had this beautiful apple tree here, but you weren't able to pick all of the apples. It's like you ran out of time, or you ran out of resources, or freedom even, because we can see this person in that hot air balloon there. It's almost like you're wanting to sail away, but something was keeping you stuck to the ground. Something was keeping you grounded here. Very interesting. On the bottom of the deck, we do have the Hermit there, retreat and recharge. So there's definitely something very spiritual to you in this previous incarnation. A lot of energy about meditating, about going inwards, self-discovery, discovery of, I'm hearing the astral. So you just had a real deep connection to the etheric realms, but you were also very grounded at the same time. So it's like you really wanted to combine your higher knowledge, your inner knowing, with the earth in terms of healing others more specifically. And I'm also hearing manifesting as well. You're a very good manifester. So I feel like you've brought that through into this life as well. But let's get into now, what was a main purpose, the main life purpose in that incarnation? So we have here flowers come through, very interesting. That says, working with flowers opens your heart and brings blessings to others through your life purpose. So it's really interesting here how we've got flowers, and then we've got the lady that's come through here with all this earth energy. So we've got this that beautiful apple tree growing there and these beautiful flowers here. You are very much connected to the earth, connected to Gaia, connected to beauty, to everything that was beautiful. I feel like you were a very strong feminine energy in this previous incarnation. You definitely had long hair. There was something about your hair that was very unique. Yeah, very unique. You were very attractive with your energy as well. You were able to grow things very easily. But I do get this energy of restriction around you as well. We also have, wow, we have the tree of life coming through here. Circle of life, clear energies, and channel. Absolutely gorgeous. We've got, two references here. We've got two references here to trees. Enjoy growth, reap rewards, and then we've got the tree of life here. Can we see how these beautiful roots are growing deep? And then we've got all this crown energy going on here, all this purple coming through with all these sparkles there. Very much reminds me of, this amethyst energy, if we see all those sparkles there. Absolutely gorgeous card. You are very much a channel for higher energies, for higher frequencies. I really do feel like you've got strong mediumship abilities. I'm being drawn to, there's some crystals there as well. So you may have worked with crystals in this previous life, or that's something that you really felt drawn to do and to work with. You are very much connected, like I said, to the earth, but also to the etheric realms as well, the etheric energies. I do feel like you had a very full life as well, I'm being told. I do feel like you had a long life. And it was like there was a lot that you were able to complete, but there were things that you weren't able to complete. There's things that you weren't quite able to harvest fully, I'm being told. I do feel like there was an essence of you that was some sort of kind of like guide or mentor or seer for the community in some way. I do feel like some of you did divination in some form in this previous life. I'm being told divination with flowers and nature in particular. So you might have used flowers, you might have used twigs or sticks, leaves. There's very much a connection with nature here and divination. You very much liked to dive deep into things, to study things. Studying different religions, studying your own religion, studying spirituality. Let's get another main purpose in this previous incarnation. We're going to use the Crow Tarot today. Spirit guides, can we get another main purpose? Can we get some bit more information about this previous incarnation for group 1, please? What were they up to? What did they get up to? And what was the main purpose of this previous incarnation for group 1? Ooh. I'm going to take this one, it flipped over. We've got the Lovers here. I'm definitely feeling a pull and push energy coming through. It's like two opposing energies. Like, it's almost like not fighting. That's not the right word. But it's like there's a wanting to come together here. A coming together of two opposing energies. We also have Justice. And we have the Four of Swords. I don't read reversals. I know that just popped out in reverse, but I don't read reversals. Yeah, there's something here about you being kept down with this Four of Swords. You being kept restricted in some way. It's almost like clipping your wings, I'm being told. There was an energy around you of clipping your wings. And you wanted to fly, you wanted to soar, you wanted to be so much more than you were because you were capable of so much more. There was an energy around you of wanting justice, wanting to be yourself. But I do feel that there was a restrictive energy not enabling you to step fully into your power. You may feel in this life a very strong need for justice. You might have a strong Libra placement in your chart. You could have either a North Node or a South Node in Libra. That doesn't have to, you don't have to, but that's just something I'm being told for some of you. But there's a strong need for justice here coming through. You are someone who, I'm hearing, fought for freedom. Because I feel like you were restricted in some way, definitely. I do feel like you had a divine partner in this previous life. I do feel like, yeah, there was some sort of divine partner relationship connection that you had. On the bottom of the deck, we've got the moon. So there was this energy of illusion, and can we see there's a cage and there's that crow right in that cage there. So you were being caged, you were being held down. I don't actually think necessarily that you were imprisoned, but it's that energy of being imprisoned, you know, not being able to step into your full power. I do feel that you moved freely, like through the community, but you were still kept down, if that makes sense. It's almost like you had to hide your gifts. I do feel like for some of you, maybe even your family were aware of this side of you, but it was just like you couldn't be open with it fully. There was your relationships, your friendships, the people who were close to you knew about this, in particular, a partner. A divine connection here that you were able to be open and honest with, but you weren't able to be open and honest with everyone. We can see here this crow is lying down there on its back, and we've got that window there, and there's two more crows just kind of like through the window. So it's almost like you had to view something from a window. And I do feel like it's this other side of you, this other part of you, to do with spirituality, to do with your gifts. It's almost like you couldn't fully dive deep into it. And I do feel like this is a big part of your life now as well, like continuation of this, exploring this further, really harnessing these gifts. That I do feel that you already had grown in this previous incarnation, but it's almost like you might have to, like, in some aspects, relearn some of those, like to awaken them, I'm hearing. Can we get a message about this Lovers card? Thank you. We've got the Ten of Wands here. There was very much a burden on you to do with being your true self here. I do really feel like there was something that you kind of had to keep hidden here. With the Seven of Cups on the bottom of the deck, it's really reminding me that there was so much more to you than met the eye. Okay, can we see here how we've got the same symbols? We've got that snake there, we've got the heart there, and we've got that same snake there and the same heart there. I do feel like you couldn't fully step into yourself. You couldn't fully reveal everything about yourself. Yeah, very interesting. We're going to get some information now for what from this past life is influencing your current life. We're using the Wisdom of Avalon deck today. What from this previous incarnation is currently influencing their current life of group number 1, please, spirit guides? We have here the cow coming through, nourishment, abundance, and asking and receiving. Yeah, I feel like you were undernourished in this previous incarnation. I do really feel like it was like spiritual undernourishment here. I feel like there's so much around you that was abundant, but you weren't fully able to tap into that. You might have a struggle in this life or a challenge in this life to do with asking for things or letting yourself receive things. You might be like wildly independent or feel like you have to do everything by yourself, or feel like you are a burden to others, or you don't want to put other people out, so you kind of like do everything by yourself. There may be limiting beliefs here when it comes to abundance and your ability or your deserving of things. You may neglect yourself to help others. You may put others before yourself. You know, you may kind of like fill up other people's cup before you fill your own cup. And I do feel it's because you have this light that is very special, very unique. There is a beauty to you. And you've had people take advantage of that. Particularly in this previous life. Take it for granted, I'm hearing as well. Take you for granted, your energy for granted. Your healing ability. You've got a very healing energy to you. A very nurturing energy to you. And I feel like there's almost like this energy of others sucking that life out of you in this previous incarnation. And I do feel like that is having a knock-on effect in this life. So you may feel those similar energies in this life, or you know, that's something that you may have experienced as a younger person in this life, or this might be something that you face in the future. On the bottom of the deck we have the Lady of the Lake, absolute truth, courage, self-respect and responsibility. This is the energy of the Justice card coming through here, and this card in particular really reminds me of the Queen of Swords energy. It's like this energy of truth. It's almost like your truth was stifled, your truth was put down, your truth was quietened, silenced. And, you know, that is having an effect on you in this current life. You might find that there's kind of like those repeating cycles, those repeating patterns of being silenced or not being heard, not being listened to, or maybe feeling like your voice isn't valid or your opinion isn't valid, or, you know, what you have to say isn't good enough, or whatever it is. The fact is that you are an incredibly wise soul. You know the truth, and you are very honest. You speak the truth, and truth and integrity is important to you. And it's like, yeah, there are kind of like quote unquote negative things that, you know, you have come with you from this previous life, but there are also very positive things as well, like your integrity, like your ability to stand up and be like, no, this isn't right. This is not just. This is not fair. This is not balanced. And it's like in this life, you're overcoming that. You're standing up for others. You're standing up for yourself more so. Because I do feel like in previous lives, you did stand up for others more than yourself. But it's like in this life, you're being guided to put these sticks down, you know, put down your burdens, put yourself first, stop carrying other people's baggage, stop being that nourishment for others at the sacrifice of yourself. Okay? That's a very powerful message coming through there for you, Group 1. So we're going to finish off your message here with a message of guidance from your past life self. So very special message here from your past life self. We're using the Goddess Guidance deck to start with. Will you please get a message of guidance from Group 1's past life self from this previous incarnation? What do they want Group 1 to know in this life? What do they want to say to Group 1? Ooh. Okay, those cards just literally exploded, like, but this card did flip over. We have Isis come through here and past life. This situation involves your past life memories, okay? So it's really interesting how Isis has come through here. I am being told that for some of you, you do have past lives in Egypt, okay? And you may feel connected to Egyptian deities, Egyptian goddesses and gods, particularly Isis, because she is coming through here for you today. Now, this isn't necessarily this previous incarnation, but there is some sort of connection here to do with Egypt, okay? So take that if it resonates for you. But yeah, Isis is coming through to say that this situation does involve your past life memories. So for some of you, you do actually have like past life memories that come through for you in flashes, even in dream state, okay? You might have dreams of really weird situations and really weird scenarios, and you know that it's you. It's almost like you're seeing them from a first person view, and you know that it's you, but it's not this current life, okay? So just take note to those dream state messages that come through for you, and you may even be able to connect with them in meditation. I'm hearing as well, meditation would be really good for you to help you to connect with these past life, you know, memories as well. We do have on the bottom of the deck, we have Mother Mary coming through here, which is really interesting how Mother Mary is coming through. And obviously we've got this energy of spirituality and religion as well. So Mother Mary says, expect a miracle. Have faith that your prayers have been heard and are being answered. Wow, that's really powerful. So your past life self wants you to know that your prayers, wishes and intentions, your manifestations, your wishes, your hopes, your dreams that you have been putting out there into the universe, that you've been asking for, are coming through for you, okay? So just have patience and have faith that things are working out for you behind the scenes. Your spirit team and the universe are orchestrating something very powerful for you at this point in time, okay? So there's a lot of growth, there's a lot of rewards that are coming your way, I'm being told, okay? A lot of good karma coming your way as well. You're going to be getting your justice, you're going to be getting your good karma, you will be reaping rewards, okay? I feel like for some of you, this is in something that you're growing here. It could be a business. It's definitely to do with abundance. It's definitely to do with security and stability. And for others of you, it can even be health as well, like better health coming to you, and also a partnership as well with this Lover's card. You know, meeting a divine partner. And if you're already in that, if you've already met them, it's like a deepening of that connection. A renewal here and an extended growth, I'm hearing. Yeah, really beautiful. We're going to get one more card here for you just to finish off your reading. A final message from your past life self. Oh, thank you. We have here Gaia Gateway activation, learning experiences, wisdom transmission, and earth intelligence. Wow, that just makes so much sense because we were getting that connection to the earth, weren't we? So there's this connection here coming through with Gaia. Some of you might work with Gaia, have a strong relationship or connection with Gaia. But your past life self wants you to know that you're going through a learning experience in this point in time. There's a wisdom that is being activated within you, a wisdom that is being brought through, and I'm hearing enlightened within you, okay, that wants to come through. It's almost like your past life self is kind of like infusing this wisdom and, merging this wisdom from this previous life into your current self. There's an intelligence about you, a connection with the earth that is awakening. So it's really important to get out in nature, specifically at this point in time. Connect with Gaia. We do have this beautiful rainbow that is showing up there. And whenever I see rainbows, it does talk to me of blessings. It does talk to me about, rewards and even miracles as well. So your past life self is asking you to be open to miracles here. Be open to the blessings that are coming through for you. Because you deserve this. You deserve all of this beauty that is coming towards you. And you deserve to know how deserving you are and how powerful you are as well. Isis wants you to connect with this past life more. I'm hearing do a meditation, connecting with this past life. And there might be some wounds here or some healings that, that need to take place within this religion, this spirituality, this energy of being caged, of held down. And I do feel like that this is going to bring some sort of healing to you as well. Some sort of healing and kind of like awakening of this. But this has been such a beautiful message, Group 1. I really hope that this has brought you some guidance and some clarity and maybe potentially even healing or answers for, something that you may have been confused about in this current incarnation. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Thank you for all of your likes, your comments and subscribes. I truly, truly appreciate you. If you do feel called to book a personal private reading with me, you can find all the information in the description box. And please share how this reading has resonated for you today. I always love to catch up with you. Don't forget that there are many more readings on my channel that are completely timeless and free, and so many more messages waiting there for you to discover and explore. So feel free to check out some other readings on the channel as well. But thank you so much again for tuning in today, Group 1. This was such a beautiful and powerful reading, and I was really honored to connect with you and your beautiful energy. So we'll see you in our next reading, Group 1. Take care of your lovely selves. Bye. Hi Group 2, welcome to your reading if you selected this gorgeous pyrite crystal. This is your reading today for your past life story and more specifically your previous incarnation before this current life. So we will be diving in today deeply, Group 2, to discover all about your past life story. So your previous incarnation before this current life that you are experiencing now. So we'll bring through lots of information today, including a main essence of this past life and who you were, a main purpose in this previous incarnation, and also what from this past life is influencing you now currently in your current life. And we will be finishing off your reading with a very special message of guidance from your past life self. So what do they have to say to you now? What advice and what guidance do they have for you right now in this current life? Before we get stuck into your reading today, I just want to explain that whilst I am asking my spirit team to bring through your most recent past life, there may be parts or snippets of other incarnations that do come through as well. And as there are many of you tuning into this, I will be aiming to bring through as many details as possible, but always remember to use your own discernment and only take what resonates for you and lovingly leave the rest. So let's get stuck into your reading today, Group 2, and start off with this card here to bring through a main essence of this past life. Okay, so you have lessons and blessings coming through here. Wow, absolutely gorgeous. And I'm just going to channel through a message there before we bring through any more cards. Right away, just tapping into this energy of your previous incarnation, Group 2, I am being pulled to this energy of karma, okay? It's like, I feel like this previous incarnation was very much like an exploration, like your soul wanting to discover, the energy of karma, reaping the rewards and also the repercussions, I'm hearing, of karma, of your actions, of things that you may have done, or the energy that you basically put out there in your life. And I do feel like it's almost like an explorative energy coming through from your previous incarnation of kind of like exploring the lessons, learning from the lessons. I do feel like you did a lot of learning, a lot of like I said, exploration, exploring, and understanding. I'm hearing understanding. It was all to give your soul an understanding of, positive and negative, good and bad. It's like experiencing the highs and the lows of things I'm receiving here. And I'm also being told that, you went through a lot of things in your previous life that enabled you to experience a lot of blessings as well. I do feel like there's an energy coming through here of like experiencing both sides of the coin. So I do feel like in your previous incarnation, you may have started off in an energy or an experience of, not necessarily having much. And it's like you started out not having much. You might have, lived in a bit of poverty, or, your family wasn't very well off and, you had to like ration your food. And then it's like as you grew up, you were able to experience the more luxurious side of life and the more kind of like blessings. But I'm also being told there was also lessons there for you to learn about acknowledging and appreciating the blessings in the little things as well. It's almost like trying to master seeing the blessings in, that energy where you didn't have much, but also appreciating it as well, appreciating, having to go and source water with your siblings, and having an enjoyment along that journey of going to find food. It's almost like seeing the butterflies and the grass and looking at the flowers and like seeing the beauty and the blessings that are around you, even though you're doing something that was quite difficult, that wasn't easy, it wasn't necessarily fair. And it's almost like merging those things together and balancing them out. And later on in life, that was enabled you to, reap more rewards and experience more blessings in more abundance. I'm hearing there's an energy of an abundance coming through here as well, and it's definitely something that your soul really wanted you to, or really wanted to experience in that incarnation. It's really interesting how we've got this like pocket watch coming through here as well. There's something to do with here with time. I do feel like this is an energy of experiencing things that maybe ran out very quickly. Okay, so you might have had experiences that didn't last very long, whether it was a relationship or whether it was where you were living. There's just an energy of moving on a lot, like of changing a lot of change coming through here, a lot of, experiencing loss as well. I do feel like you went through a lot of losses in your previous incarnation. And I do really feel like this has given you a depth of character, a depth to your soul, a wisdom to your soul. An energy of appreciating things whilst they last is an energy that's coming through here. So it's like you've got a basket full of fresh fruits and vegetables, for example, and it's like knowing that they only last for so long and being okay with that. It's like you came to this understanding that everything is fleeting, moments are fleeting, moments of pleasure are fleeting, moments of love are fleeting. There's just this word fleeting that keeps coming through here. And I feel like this may have been really difficult for you in this previous incarnation. It wasn't easy for you to, be able to be okay with that, being okay with having that beautiful basket of fruit, but then it not lasting a long time. So it's like taking advantage of things whilst you have it is an energy that is coming through here. And I do feel like it was a lesson to your soul of appreciating things in the moment. And I feel like that was definitely a journey that you had to go on, a deep lesson that you had to learn in that previous incarnation. It's like living in the moment and not becoming too attached to things. This may have seeped into your current life with, you might feel like an energy of feeling like you're going to lose things. This might be something that's kind of like reappearing as like a cycle in this life at some point. Almost kind of like attachment. You might have like challenges when it comes to attachments to either people, places, or things. And that could fall in either end of the scale, where you might be someone who likes to attach themselves to things like and be comfortable and like clings on to things. But then you also might be on that other end of the spectrum as well, where you don't attach yourself to things because you feel like things are not going to be around for long. And it's almost like you don't want to get too comfortable. So take that how it resonates for you. But I do feel like this is an energy that is with you now from that previous life, okay? So we're just going to put that to one side for now, and we're just going to bring through some more cards I have already shuffled and pulled for you off camera. So a main essence of who you were in this past life. We have hedonist coming through here. Light attributes inspires creative energy to embrace the good things in life, celebrates the beauty in yourself. And I'm just being drawn there to... Yeah, that is a fruit basket, isn't it? That's like a bowl of fruits. Wow. Absolutely amazing. And the shadow attributes say pursues pleasure to the detriment of health, indulges at the expenses of others. Okay, so this is energy you had in this previous life. I just love how that's confirmed there with that basket of fruits. Like, that's incredible. Thank you so much for that confirmation, spirit guides. So this is energy of you really wanting to embrace the good things in life, you know, really celebrating the beauty in things. This hedonist energy is someone who really likes to indulge in the pleasures of life. So it's almost like you've learned lessons in that life that, you know, made you feel like, well, this is only fleeting. This is only a moment in my life. So I need to enjoy it whilst it's here. And I'm going to be okay with that. So this is energy of you enjoying things in your life to the max, you know, to its fullest potential, and being okay with that, and, you know, being unapologetic with that, enjoying the pleasures in life in every aspect and every area. There's definitely this abundant energy coming through here for you. I do feel like abundance is something that you craved in this previous life. It's something that, you know, you wanted, and I do feel like it's something that you actually did achieve in this life as well. It's almost like your energy of wanting to experience great things really attracted that to you. And I do feel like this very beautified energy about you as well, very attractive energy to you. I feel like you were someone who attracted a lot of other people towards you. Yeah, very interesting. There may be something coming through here where, you know, you might have like had this kind of like potential tendency to overindulge in things, like overindulge in pleasures too much. I'm getting kind of like the Seven of Cups energy, or like the illusionary energy coming through here. And it's almost like you really had to balance that energy and ground yourself. Like, grounding yourself was very important. I do feel like a lot of flighty energy coming through from you in this previous incarnation, like a lot of air energy and fire energy coming through as well. It's like you really had to learn how to ground yourself here, because I do feel like this really excitement coming through from you, this wonder that you had, this excitement, this wanting to experience all the amazing things, the pleasures, you know, the different tastes, the different sensations, different experiences. And it's like you had to learn how to ground that down. That was definitely a lesson for you in this previous incarnation. Really interesting. I'd like to get another message for you from the Angels and Ancestors deck. Can we get another message for group number 2 about the essence of this past life and who they were, please? Oh. Thank you. Wow, we have here Hunter coming through. Track down your fears and desires. We have Shield Maiden on the bottom of the deck. Make plans and focus. So we've got a very kind of like, a very strong energy coming through here. Let's get one more card. some more information about this past life, this previous incarnation. Thank you. We have the Lady. So this is energy coming through right away for you, group 2, of being very fearless. There's an energy of, you know, you really going after what you want and kind of not being apologetic for that. There's very much a powerful energy to you, a very fearless energy in your soul that really came out in this previous incarnation. You might have, because all these people have long hair, like long wavy hair. And there's like 2 feminine energies here. There's a masculine energy there, but this masculine energy has long hair still. So there's this balance here that you had really well between your feminine and masculine. I feel like you were very enticing with your energy. Like you drew others in, you drew things towards you, very attractive energy, whether it's people or experiences or blessings that you attracted to you, rewards that you attracted to you. But you also had this very fierce energy, this kind of go out and get it energy, where you just kind of like went after everything that it was that you wanted. You had no limitations when it came to that. You knew that you deserved it, and you would track down whatever it was that you desired, and you would go and find it, and you would go and get it. So there's this balance between you of going and getting and tracking down, but then also attracting as well. So there's a balance between masculine and feminine coming through, quite balanced here. We do have on the bottom of the deck, winter, take care of your needs. So I do feel like you were someone who, you know, really did go after what it was that what you wanted. Yeah, like I said, went after what it was that you wanted. You're someone who, you know, really did grow a lot of abundance in this life as well. And you really enjoyed that. You really enjoyed things. We can see here this beautiful apple tree really growing nice and luscious. And then we've got that basket of fruits there. You just went after whatever it was that you wanted. You went and got it. You tracked it down. And it's like the lessons that you went through reap you many blessings is a message that is coming through. There's like an outdoors energy coming through as well. I feel like you lived a lot outdoors in nature. We can see this person there lying down in the leaves and the grass. The very green energy coming through here. And then this get out and get it energy coming through with a hunter card. There's also a wise energy coming through with these antlers as well. I feel like you're someone who would have been quite intimidating in this previous life. Like nobody would have messed with you. Nobody would have messed with you. You were very intimidating. This might be something that you've brought into this life, you know. You might find others being intimidated by your energy in some way. Intimidated by your strength, by your conviction, I'm hearing. You're someone who is very grown, who is very evolved. You're someone who makes the most of their situation. And this has definitely stemmed from a previous life for you. You definitely learned to take care of yourself and your own needs. I'm hearing you were like the leader of the pack. We can see this wolf there. So you very much were a leader of the pack and of your own life. You took control, you took charge. But then, like I said, you also attracted a lot of things to you as well. Yeah, absolutely beautiful energy coming through here. Let's get a main purpose for this incarnation, a main life purpose. We have here infinite abundance. Oh my gosh. Can we see that basket of fruits as well again? This is absolutely incredible. We see all these fruits and this luscious green and growth that we've got through these cards here. This card says you're fully supported as you devote yourself to your divine life purpose. And it says infinite abundance. So you are definitely in this past incarnation someone who really attracted a lot of abundance towards you. You know, you were very capable and good at growing things, growing your abundance, and reaping rewards for your hard work, for your efforts. I do feel like an energy that could have seeped through from this previous life into this life is that you make things look easy. I feel like you're very much a hard worker. You're a grafter. You go out and you earn what's on your plate, you know. You earn your food, you earn your dinner, so to speak. But it's like you make it look easy. I feel like on the outside you look very attractive to others. Whether you are feminine or masculine, you're very attractive to others. And you've got this natural natural like beauty or kind of like handsomeness to you, you know. And you may be someone who maybe you don't need to wear like a lot of makeup to look like absolutely stunning, you know. It's like you just roll out of bed and others view you and they're like, oh my gosh, you just got great skin. Great skin is coming through. There's something about your skin, your hair. We can see this person also has long hair there. You're able to transform yourself very easily and very effortlessly. Obviously, it's not easy and effortless for you as you're transforming, but like on the outside to others, it looks very easy. It looks very effortless. You might actually, I'm hearing, attract some envy for this. Envy for your beauty, envy for your gifts, for your energy. For this knowing that you have, that you are made for more, you are made for great things. And my spirit guides are now drawing me to the attention of this pyrite, okay? Absolutely beautiful energy coming through here. I feel like there's an energy, there's a message, a side message coming through here of really needing to be mindful of those who come into your life. Because I do feel like there's others that want to match this amazing energy that you have. So they might kind of like try and mask, almost like paint it on themselves, that they've got this energy as well. But this pyrite is also known as fool's gold, okay? Because people used to think that this was gold, and obviously it's not gold. So people used to be tricked and fooled that this was gold. And it's like there might be people masquerading themselves as gold to you throughout your life. So you're being given a message here that you do need to be very discerning when it comes to other people coming into your energy, because they're just so attracted to you and they want to get in their energy, but they might not be honest with you about everything. Okay, that's just a little side message that was coming there for you. But let's see what other main purpose was in this previous incarnation. We have a joy of life coming through here. The number 8 might be significant. We have trust, open your hands, share, and let go. Yeah, this is energy of like joyfulness, the joy of life, of enjoying and embracing the good in life, celebrating the beauty in things around you and in yourself as well, like enjoying yourself and your surroundings. We can see here this bird is in front of this golden cup there, this golden chalice, and there's musical notes there. So it's like really singing your own song. It's almost reminding me a bit of the temperance card here, because we can see like jugs of water being poured out there into like this little river there. I do feel like this is an energy of balance about you. There's almost like this Sagittarius energy as well. The Sagittarius can be represented by the temperance card. And there was this message coming through of, you know, being free to be yourself and enjoying things in life and not being ashamed of that. Dancing to the beat of your own drum, singing your own song. I feel like you were very trusting as well. And you might have got burned because of that. And I feel like that's why that message was coming through just before, of others wearing a mask around you and pretending to be better than they actually are. That fool's gold energy coming through. because I feel like that's something you had to learn this previous incarnation, that you can't trust everyone, because I feel like people did take advantage of your good nature. So let's see if we can get some more information with the Crow Tarot today. More information about this previous incarnation. For group number 2, we get some more information about this previous incarnation. Wow. We have here the Hermit flying out. We have the Seven of Pentacles, yeah. Very interesting. What else do we have? Thank you. We have the Hierophant coming through here. On the bottom of the deck, we've got the Temperance card. Exactly. That energy that was coming through here with the Joy of Life card. Yeah. An energy of balance here. It's really interesting that we have the Hermit card and we've got the Hierophant. I do feel like you were someone in this previous incarnation who was very connected to self. You are very connected within. You are very tapped in and in tune with yourself and with your own needs and what it is that you wanted and what it is that you wanted to achieve and experience. There's an energy of kind of like being like a lone wolf or a lone ranger. Yeah, a lone wolf. We did see that wolf card come through as well. Lone wolf, you know. It's like the leader of your own pack. I feel like you were someone who did kind of like keep to yourself a lot. You moved around a lot. You made your own nest here. You're someone who worked hard with this Seven of Pentacles. Someone who had a lot of patience. Because when you're hunting as well, hunters do have to have a lot of patience when they are, you know, finding their target and approaching their target. So it's like you had a lot of patience with something. The Temperance card can also talk about patience as well. And there's this energy of you not wanting to conform here with the Hierophant. You didn't want to conform. You didn't want to stick to tradition. I feel like you were someone in this incarnation who may not have married. I feel like you may have kept to yourself, or you may have had partners throughout your life but never committed fully, never settled down. It's like that's just something that wasn't what you wanted to experience in that life. It's almost like you really wanted to do more self-discovery, more discovery of yourself, and not be tied down or not be restricted here. That is definitely something that was an energy in your previous incarnation. And I do feel like you've brought through this energy, you know, of being able to create your own nest egg, of being able to be very independent. And so you might find in this life that actually now your challenge is to settle down and find a partner and commit to something, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a job, a career. Even for some of you, commit to, you know, a home. You know, being fixed in one place. You might find that you prefer to travel and be a bit more free. Or you might find the complete opposite, that you've already done this and so now you actually do want that security. You actually do want that stability now and that structure. Take it how it resonates for you. So let's see what from this past life is influencing your current life. We are using the Wisdom of Avalon Oracle. What is influencing pile 2 from this previous incarnation? What is influencing them in this current life? Whoa. We have here the eagle coming through. We've got spirit, integrity, connection to the angelic realm. Very interesting. But could we see here how I was getting that like free energy here, and we've got the eagle coming through, which obviously is a bird, an animal that is free, that flies around. We also do have spirit, and we do have the hermit. So I do feel like you're someone who is very spiritual, very connected. The temperance is also a very spiritual card as well. Yeah. You've definitely got a strong connection with spirit, with, you know, spirituality. You also have a strong connection to the angelic realm as well. So you may really resonate with angels, working with angels. And there's an energy of integrity coming through here, of being integral to your beliefs is a message that is coming through. So you may find experiences in this life where, you know, you have to stand up for your beliefs. You have to defend your beliefs. You have to almost like you might have others wanting to question you. You may have grown up in a religious household, or, you know, had that area of restriction when it came to spirituality around you. And I feel like that is a challenge that you've brought through that, you know, might be a challenge in this life for you. You might be seeing repeating 8s, or yeah, repeating 8s is a message coming through here. 888. We've got like similar numbers here. We've got 5, we've got 7, we've got 9, we've got 8, we've got 8. So it's like an evolution, like a level up, like going up a staircase. I'm being shown someone walking up a staircase, evolving, expanding, enlightenment. I feel like you're very enlightened. On the bottom of the deck, we've got the frog, clearing house, releasing emotional baggage. So I do feel like in this previous incarnation, because I wasn't getting very much water energy, it was more fiery and it was more air energy coming through here. I feel like you might have kind of like abandoned your emotions, or restricted your emotions, or, you know, not really dove into your emotions in this previous incarnation. And so this might be something that you're bringing through into this life, you know, really learning how to connect with your emotions and releasing things. You might be someone who has struggled to be open with your emotions or connect with your emotions. And so maybe in this lifetime you have a lot of water placements, or that is something that is a challenge for you when it comes to something to do with emotions. Removing clutter, cleaning, clearing out is also an energy coming through here of really discerning what is for you in this life and what isn't. Removing any outdated beliefs, any limiting beliefs that maybe have come from earlier on in your life, or from others around you, organizations around you, communities around you, trying to instill their beliefs, trying to keep you tied down, restricted. But it's like you just want to do your own thing as a message that is coming through here, because that is a part of your soul, to be free, to be integral to who you are, to have this connection to spirit, to the angelic realm, to be able to sow your seeds, work on whatever it is you're wanting to work on, and have that bloom here. Because this is very much Seven of Pentacles energy as well. It's kind of like 7 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles. So you've been growing your fruits, and now you're ready to harvest them and pick them. And that's something you're meant to experience in this life as well. to be able to go through the whole journey of evolution, from sowing those seeds, sowing those ideas, those manifestations, those goals, those wishes, those dreams, and then nurturing them, watering them, right up until they're ready to be harvested and picked, okay? Absolutely beautiful. So we're just going to finish off your reading today, group 2, with a message, a special message of guidance from your past self. What do they want to say to you now? Can we get a message directly from group number 2's past self, past life self? What do they want to say to them? Oh, wow. Well, I'm going to take these because these just flew out. We've got green Tara coming through here. And that says, start delegating. Ask others, including me, to help you instead of trying to do everything by yourself. Yeah, exactly. A massive independent energy coming through for you. I do feel like in this life, it's the challenge for you to delegate to others, to team up with others, to collaborate with others, to merge with others, whether that's in a career field, whether it's in your family, you know, getting on with your family, partners, connections. We also have Rhiannon coming through, a sorceress. Wow. You are a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. Exactly. Your past self wants you to know how powerful you are when it comes to manifesting and bringing your desires into your reality, okay? You've got a lot of power and wisdom from this previous life. And all of your previous lives, actually. I feel like this is a part of your soul gift here, to be able to manifest, to be able to transmute energies, to be able to manipulate energies to your advantage, to your highest outcome here. But there's also this energy of your past life self wanting you to release burdens. You don't have to do everything by yourself, you know. Release this hunter energy that you have to go out and do everything, but then you also have to be this nurturing energy to help things to grow as well. It's almost like if you are in a relationship, you might find it difficult to release control of, you know, the little things, whether it's the organising of the bills, getting the bills paid, or, you know, doing the shopping, or cooking the dinner, or going and earning money. It's like you try and do everything, as well as the cleaning, as well as looking after the animals, the children, whatever it is. It's like you try and do everything, and your past life self is telling you to delegate. You know, ask others for help. Don't do everything by yourself, because you are going to burn out, you know. You're not kind of like, you are incredible. You are a sorcerer here. You're very powerful, but you're not a superhero, okay? And that is a message coming through here. Some of you might resonate with Green Tara and Rhiannon, because they are coming through here for you today. You're incredibly magical, incredibly, there's just a beauty energy to you. Very colourful energy. A very colourful and attractive energy, okay? So make sure, again, people aren't taking advantage of that. And make sure you're not taking advantage of yourself as well. On the bottom of the deck, we do have Bast coming through, and independence. Your independence is a foundation for your strength and success. So your past self wants you to know that your independence is amazing. It's fantastic. It's an integral part of who you are. It's your foundation. It helps you to ground things. It helps you to start to grow things. But it's like, don't be too independent, okay? There's kind of like that fine line and that balance coming through here again, of that independence and that outsourcing and that delegating that needs to happen, okay? That is a strong message coming through here. But let's get one final card to finish off your reading, group 2. A further little bit of guidance from this past life self. A message, please, for group 2. From their past life self. Can we get a message, please? Thank you. Wow, we have Hathor light codes coming through here. Light immersion, full system upgrade, and power recall. Wow. So right away, there may be a connection that you have to Egypt coming through here, with Hathor coming through. You might work with Egyptian deities. I do feel like this is an energy that you've experienced in a previous life. Now, not necessarily this most recent previous life, but this is an energy that is coming through here from your soul. I'm hearing the mystery schools of Egypt. You might want to look into that if you are not aware of that already. I feel like you were incarnated at this time and you work in the mystery schools, okay? There's definitely a lightness to you, a light energy, a very spiritual connection that you have. I do feel like you're very claircognizant. I feel like you've got a lot of activity in your crown. And your past self, your past life self, wants you to know that you're going through an upgrade right now, an energetic upgrade. It's like your whole system is being upgraded. So you might feel a little bit disconnected right now, but it's just because, you're just being switched off to be rebooted. It's like when you turn your computer off and you want to upgrade the hardware. So you have to switch it off, you have to take it apart, and you put in this new hardware, whether it's new RAM or whatever it is, a new motherboard or whatever it is. And it's like you're being upgraded here, energetically, spiritually. And you're being reminded from this past life self to be in your power and stay in your power. Don't let anyone take your power away from you, okay? Because you're incredibly powerful, incredibly wise, incredibly connected. Don't let anyone let you doubt that ever. Stay in that power. Recall your power back to you. I do feel like it's important for you to literally call your power back to you on a regular basis, if not every morning when you start your day, because you are such a beautiful, I'm hearing enigmatic energy, and you do potentially have a lot of others wanting to get that energy from you, taking bits of your energy. Okay, so it's really important to recall that energy back to you, okay? This has been such a beautiful message, group 2. I really hope that this has brought you some guidance, some clarity, some healing and answers as to potentially why you might be experiencing certain things. Please let me know in the comment section how this has resonated for you. I'm really excited to hear, and thank you so much for all of your likes, your comments, your subscribes, your super thanks donations. I truly appreciate every single one of you. You're really helping this channel to grow and helping to encourage me to keep going and bringing these readings out for you as well. So I truly, truly appreciate you. If you do feel called to book a personal and private reading with me, you can find all the information in the description box. And don't forget to check out some of the other readings on the channel as well. There are many more messages waiting there for you to discover and explore. But thank you so much again for tuning in, group 2. We hope to see you in our next reading. Take care of your lovely selves. Bye. Hi group 3, welcome to your reading. If you selected this very powerful Agni Manatite crystal, this is your reading today for your past life story, so your previous incarnation before this current life. So we'll be diving deep today, group 3, to discover as much information as we can about this previous incarnation, so this previous past life, to this current life that you are living now, and bringing through some main essences of this past life, of who you were as well, and also a main life purpose for this or for that previous incarnation, and also what from this past life may be influencing your current life as well. And we'll be closing off your reading with a very special message of guidance from your past life self. What do they have to say to you right now in this very moment? But before we get stuck into your reading today, group 3, I just want to explain that whilst I am asking my spirit team to bring through your most recent past life, there may be parts or snippets of other incarnations that do come through along with that as well. And as there are many of you tuning in today, please do remember that this is a collective reading, so only take what resonates for you and your soul and lovingly leave the rest. So yeah, there might not be everything that resonates 100% with you, but just take what resonates for you. You will know if it hits, and it will feel deep down like, it's relevant for you and it resonates for you. So before we get into this reading today, I just want to mention that as I was connecting with your energy, I did actually see a very interesting image. It was someone riding a bull, like riding on the back of a bull, and in kind of like those kind of like bullfight things that are really horrible, that I really don't agree with, but it's like someone riding on the back of a bull and they're like kicking and trying to kick the person off. I'm seeing someone like, it's almost like they're riding this bull and it's really not an easy ride, okay? It's like they're throwing them all over the place. So I do feel like in this incarnation, it was quite a challenging incarnation for you. It's kind of like being thrown from pillar to post kind of energy. I do feel like you experienced a lot and you went through a lot of things, but then this person in my mind's eye is still staying on the back of that bull. So there's this like, this is like this tenacity to you, this kind of strength to you to keep holding on and to keep fighting and keep pushing forward. But we're going to get into your card now, and when I turn this over, I'm just going to channel some information and then we'll get into more cards that, have come through for you, group 3. So a main essence of this past life and who you were. We have knighthood coming through. Wow, absolutely powerful. So let me just tune into the energy of this card. Right away, I'm getting a really strong message here. Now, just bear with me. So there could be an essence of, I'm being taken back now, like to previous lives. Okay, so not your last incarnation. We're being taken right back. My spirit guides are taking me right back here to a time of your roots. I'm being told your roots. Okay, so your roots are from a time where you might have literally fought as kind of some sort of knight here, or some sort of warrior, I'm being told, okay? But that's really going back to your roots here, and I feel like they're bringing this through for a reason, and it's because they're now pulling me forward again to this past incarnation, where this past incarnation for you was where you were someone who was basically, you sacrificed yourself for others. Now, I'm not saying like ending yourself necessarily. I mean, like in your life, in your previous incarnation, you put others first. You did things for other people. You stood up for other people. You fought for other people. It's like you fought battles for other people. Now, I feel like in this previous incarnation, it wasn't literal. Like, I don't necessarily feel that you fought literal battles in this most recent incarnation. For some of you, you might have done, but I feel like it's more just kind of like on a moral level. I feel like your morals are very high. Your morals were very high, especially in this past incarnation. You really stood up for those who couldn't fight for themselves. I'm being shown children. I'm being shown like families, like motherhood. It's like you're really standing up for those who, for some reason they can't stand up for themselves. It's like fighting against all odds. That kind of energy is coming through here. There's a very powerful energy, a very magical energy coming through here, because I'm being drawn to that shield there and that icon. It's like it's like, I don't know why I said mermaid. That's really interesting. It's a unicorn there, and we can see like the unicorn is like in a very kind of like fighting pose. It's almost like he's going to charge forward here, and the unicorn obviously is a very magical energy, so it's like a very spiritual energy here. There's just a very strong energy to use, an energy of you being very different, very unique, fearless, like I said, standing up for morals, standing up for what is right. And I do feel like this is a major essence of this previous incarnation for you. Was very much like this warrior energy, this fighting energy, which makes a lot of sense why I was being shown that person on the back of a bull. I don't feel like your journey was easy. I really don't. And I feel like there's an energy of mystery that's coming through for you from your previous incarnation as well. It's like you might have been someone who was more quiet, someone who might have been more reserved, like you only spoke when it was necessary. It's almost like not wanting praise for what it is that all the amazing things that you've done. A very humble energy, an energy of, taking things on and not wanting to be celebrated for it. just a very kind of a very pure energy that is coming through here, a very selfless energy that is coming through. Yeah, because I can see this knight here. Obviously they're wearing this helmet there, and they're covering their face up with this sword. So there's this like this block to you, there's this defense to you, this cagedness to you, not wanting to let anyone in. But then there's a deep essence of your heart coming through, a very strong heart energy coming through here. Although this person is very covered up, very caged, there's such a strong heart energy here, very heart centered, very heart strong, very heart focused. Amazing and very interesting. Let's get into some of your other cards that have come through here, and let's find out some more information about who you were in this previous incarnation. We have here the Prince coming through, very interesting, and that says light attributes, romantic charm and potential for power. Shadow attribute, using power for self-aggrandizement. Oh, interesting word. Very interesting. Okay, so there is this kind of like royal energy coming through here. It's like this energy of, wanting to be there for others, wanting to stand up and take charge, wanting to step into your power. But we can see here, I'm being drawn to how this person is holding that bouquet of flowers behind their back. It's like they're not revealing it in front of them. They're keeping it behind their back. They're keeping it hidden. So I do feel like, remember me saying about I was getting this heart center energy coming through, but this knight is very covered up. So it's almost like you kept this hidden. You kept this to yourself. You kept this romantic side to you, this loving side to you, this warm side to you, to yourself. There's a very beautiful essence to your soul with those flowers there. A very pure, beautiful, colourful essence. But it's like you hid that in this previous life. You hid that from others. And you almost had this guard up here. And I feel like it was because you needed to be. Like you were incarnated in a time or a community or, a place on the planet where you had to be more caged. You couldn't be as open. You had to be more reserved. You had to fight for justice. You had to fight for what was right. You had to have this like honorable energy, and you had to do it in a way that was acceptable. And it's almost like you suppressed your heart in a way. You suppressed your heart energy. So this might be something that has seeped into your current life. Someone who is very heart-centered, very kind of like emotionally connected, someone who feels very deeply, someone who wants to stand up for others and for what's right in life and stand up for minority. I'm also hearing animals, so you might work with animals, children, minorities, people with like disabilities, things like that. Or you might just be attracted to that, and you might kind of like give to charities or do charity work or donate or whatever it is that you can do. Yeah, very interesting. I just want to get another card for you from the Angels and Ancestors deck to bring through some more information about this previous incarnation. If we get some more information for group number 3, please, about this previous incarnation. Who were they and what was a main essence? Ooh. We have here the Hermit coming through, retreat and recharge. Can we get another message, please? Oh. Did you see Water Guardian come through? Connect with your emotions. So, yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was feeling. Anything else? We have Protection Guardian. Drop your shields. Yeah. So we've got an energy of a shield there and a shield there. So it's like you were very guarded. You definitely had to fight for something. You definitely had to put boundaries in there. You definitely there's energy of like keeping people out. We can see they've got their hand up there, And this knight has the sword up right in front of their face there. It's like keeping something away. It's like keeping yourself shielded, keeping yourself hidden in some form. And with the Hermit card, that makes a lot of sense as well. You know, withdrawing yourself. You might be someone who, you know, lived in solitude, or, you know, took yourself away from the community. I don't know why they're bringing me to this, but my spirit guides are bringing me to Vikings, the TV series Vikings, if any of you have seen it. There's a character in that series called Floki, and he's a very eccentric character and very unique, very different. But he keeps himself away, segregated from the community, almost like in a world of himself, is a world of his own, like, because he didn't necessarily fit in with everyone else in the community. And there's this energy coming through for you as well. An energy of wanting to fit in, but there's something different about you. There's something stopping you from being able to do that. So I do feel like you internalize a lot of things. You put up a lot of protection shields. This might be something that has, you know, seeped into this current life. You know, you might feel a challenge when it comes to opening up to others or fitting in to those around you, or feeling like you're a part of a community, feeling like you have to fight for things. You know, you have to put up your guard. And it might be a challenge for you to drop your shield. It certainly was in this previous incarnation. And I feel like a way for you to recharge in this previous incarnation, in this past life, was for you to literally take yourself away. So you might have just like disappeared for like weeks on end and just gone into like the woods, the forest, or into like a little cave or something, and just like disappeared. But then you come back out again, and it was like, oh, our hero's back. I'm getting like a hero energy coming through from you. It's like coming down to the village or the community, and everyone giving you food and giving you little gifts and like welcoming you back. But you kind of like staying very humble with that, staying very grounded with that. Yeah, very interesting, because we can see here, this person has a helmet, that person is looking the other way, that person has their eyes closed, and then this one has their eyes open. So I do feel like in this previous incarnation, you were able to turn this around in a way. You were able to open yourself up a little bit and to drop your shield. This could be a romantic partner that kind of like pulled this out of you, you know, opened up your heart space and allowed you to drop your shield here. Allowed you to drop your walls, to drop your boundaries and like come out of your shell. Yeah, there's very much an energy of kind of like being in your shell, being hidden. And withholding boundaries, keeping yourself to yourself. And I do feel like there was someone in this previous incarnation that like helped you to turn that around. Very interesting. We do have on the bottom of the deck, snake shed old skin. I do feel like you had like to shed a lot. I feel like you might have had a lot of endings, a lot of losses. There's something about, you know, you really coming out of your skin, really coming out of your shell and shedding some old skin here. Because the snake does have to shed its skin. Because otherwise it will basically like cocoon it and suffocate it, and it won't survive. So there's something here that, you know, in this previous incarnation, this past life, you had to really release something. You had to shed a lot of things. And I do feel like eventually you came to terms with your emotions, you know. You had to shed a lot of things that you had experienced, a lot of things that you had seen and gone through as well. A very deep soul, a very deep energy coming through from this group, from this pile in particular. Well, let's get into a main life purpose in this previous incarnation. We have here study. Wow, interesting. Reading, research, and education help you to gain confidence and clarity about your career. So I'm being drawn right away to this owl there. Now that's never really stood out to me before. There's something here about your wisdom. I do feel like you're very wise. I feel like you were someone who others came to in this life for their wisdom, for your expertise in something, for your knowledge in something. I do feel like you're someone who had a lot of knowledge, who was very capable of a lot of things. You studied a lot, you in your quiet times, you took yourself away, you retreated, you studied, you learned a lot of things, you built up a big skill set, a big knowledge library, I'm hearing. So a big part of your previous past life was to really study a lot, was to really learn new things, was to evolve. I'm hearing your living library. So we all have a living library inside of us, and it's full of all the information that we have learned throughout our lives and also previous lives as well. Kind of like the Akashic Records, the Book of Life. It's like got everything in there that we've learned on a soul level, what we inherently know. What else do we have here? We have star connection coming through, guidance from the stars, galactic self, and unified field. Wow. There's a galactic energy coming through for you. Yeah, so you've definitely had like previous lives on other planets. Very much like a starseed energy coming through here. Very much a star connection. We can see here this beautiful imagery there. It kind of looks like a portal. An astral element coming through here. We can see this beautiful jewel on that third eye. There's a lot of psychic enlightenment to you. We can see here the hermit there has that red paint covering up their third eye. And there's a piece of jewelry covering that third eye. And the sword is like covering that third eye. So there's something to do with here and your psychic gifts, your psychic abilities. And it's almost like protecting them, putting a shield up. You might have had to hide these in your previous life, hide your gifts. But you receive a lot of guidance. And I do feel like you're here to really study the earth plane, I'm being told. Study humanity. Study why people do things the way they do. Why do they do certain things? Study emotions, human emotions, human feelings. There's just that energy coming through here. Very much connected with the stars. You might be into astrology or like to stargaze or, look at the planets. There's very much that energy coming through for you. It's really interesting. I'm loving this energy, group 3. I really am. Let's get some more information here with the Crow Tarot about your previous life purpose. If we get some more information about this previous life, please, for group 3. We get some more information for this previous life for group 3. Wow, we have here the King of Swords. Oh my gosh, sitting right next to that knight there. Wow. Yeah, very direct, very truthful. Someone who sits on a throne of truth. Wow, incredible. Can we see all those feathers that are just hanging off that throne there? I'm hearing like feathers to your bow. Like, you literally did learn a lot of lessons. You've got a lot of feathers to your bow. You've got a lot of wisdom, a lot of knowledge. But there's a humility and a humbleness to you as well. We also have the 8 of Cups coming through. Can we get one more card? Ooh. We have the Knight of Cups, yeah. I feel like you had to experience a lot of losses of having to walk away from things, relationships, connections, stability. It's like you've had to move home a lot in the past, in this past life. Like literally I'm hearing up sticks and move on. So this is energy of kind of not being grounded anywhere in particular. Experiencing a lot of losses, especially when it comes to emotions, like your heart center, emotional losses, things that meant a lot to you, you've had to like walk away from or be disconnected with. And we can see here two very opposing energies here with the King of Swords, which can be very direct, very independent. You know, the King of Swords can be very cold as well, disconnected emotionally, just very much in their mind, analytical. And then we've got the Knight of Cups, someone who is very connected with their emotions. You know, someone who's very romantic and passionate, because we've got here the Prince, romantic charm. Very much Knight of Cups energy coming through here again. So it's like balancing that structured side, that side of having your protection up, your guard up, and then balancing that with romance and charm and love. And it's like I said, I do feel there was something in your past life, and I do feel like it was a person, a romantic connection that really helped you to tap in to this energy of the Knight of Cups and drop your shields. And it's almost like going on a journey, like of someone who is very restricted, very withdrawn, very to themselves, walking away from things, having a lot of losses, having to do a lot of healing, but then finding their like happy ever after is an energy coming through here. Yeah, I've got this energy of finding their happy ever after. And you may have experienced this in this current life, having to walk away from things, having to disconnect from things. I was just shuffling the card and then I stopped on the Death card there. Having a lot of losses. People leave your life, having to move on from things, whether it's jobs, homes. I'm hearing some of you may have switched schools quite a lot in childhood. You know, there's just a lot of that energy coming through here. I'm also hearing rebirths in yourself as well, like walking away from old paradigms of yourself, old things that, you know, don't serve you anymore, that you have outgrown, and moving more towards your heart space here, connecting more with yourself, dropping your shield, connecting more with what it is that you love, connecting more with your heart. Yeah. I feel like there might be a need in this life for you to have a solid foundation, to build something that is going to last. You might want to really have a home, a family, just feeling secure and stable and like having that stability around you. So let's get into the Wisdom of Avalon Oracle to bring through some messages of what from this past life is affecting your current life or influencing your current life in some way. We get a message for group 3. What from this past life is influencing their current life? Oh, we have restriction. Very interesting. So there was some form of restriction that you had in this previous life. The number 35 might be significant, or the number 8. The number 8 in the tarot was the Strength card. So you've definitely brought through a lot of strength with you into this current life. It's just an inherent part of your soul, to be honest. This strength within you. But there's something that, you know, that was restricting you. Now, this knighthood card here, with all that armor on, is very restrictive clothing, right? But then we've got this hermit there, who, you know, only has that robe right at the bottom. So very much more open. But there's an energy of restriction, so you might feel restricted in some areas of your life. You might feel restricted to be your true self. And have to put up boundaries and not reveal this lighter heart, this lighter side to you. You might feel like you have to restrict your emotions particularly. I'm hearing restrict your movements as well. There might be someone around you, or you grew up with someone who was quite domineering here with this King of Swords, who was quite controlling potentially. You might be experiencing that now in like a career, like you might have a real restrictive job, for example, where you have to look a certain way and you can't really dress how you want to dress. There's just an energy of restriction around you in this current life. Now, this has come from your past life, from this past life, and is affecting you somehow. We do have the Bard on the bottom of the deck. Music, poetry, myth, history, the enchantment of storytelling. Yeah, really interesting. So it's really important for you to, I'm hearing connect with your imagination. I do feel like that's very much an inherent part of your soul, because the Knight of Cups can also talk about bringing new ideas as well. It can be known as the bringer of ideas. So it's really connecting with that part of your soul, that part of who you are, about coming up with new ideas, of being very creative, thinking outside of the box. But there might be some restriction around that. You can't be your true self, or you can't bring some sort of idea, but you're meant to be able to do that. I did just cut the deck to truth, okay? So there's something about your truth, something about the truth that is affecting you in this current life. Maybe you feel like you can't be truthful, you can't be your true self, or there's some restriction around stepping into your truth, or being open and honest about something, dropping your shields here. There might be something that, you feel you have to keep to yourself, that you can't be open with about yourself, but it's an essence of who you are. And I feel like that is like a challenge or even a lesson in this life for you. So we're going to bring through some messages of guidance from your past life self now. What does your past life self want to say to your current self? Let's bring through some guidance here. We're using the Goddess guidance cards. What message of guidance do you have for your current self? Oh. We have Athena coming through here, and inner wisdom. Wow, we've got another owl there. So we've got an owl there and an owl there. That says you know what to do, trust your inner wisdom, and take appropriate action without delay. Wow. So there's something here that you're wanting to do, you're wanting to move towards, but you might be doubting yourself in some way. You might be doubting your trust, doubting that you're capable of doing this, doubting that you have what it takes. But the truth is that you know a lot within you. You're very much a master of whatever it is that you do. You're very much advanced at this. So don't play yourself down. Don't sell yourself short, I'm hearing. It's important to take action here with this King of Swords and this Knighthood card. Pull yourself out of any hermit energy here of withdrawing from, I'm hearing from society. So you might keep yourself to yourself a lot. You're being guided here from your past life self to kind of move away from that. Release restriction here around you. Bring yourself out. You're meant to be seen. You're meant to be known. You're meant to be heard. And your past life self is encouraging you and reassuring you that you know what to do. You have all this inner wisdom within you to know your way forward, to know your movements forward, and to be able to follow the guidance that you are receiving. We've got two owls coming through here. The animal of the owl might be very significant for you. You might be drawn to owls in particular. You might dream about owls. You might see a lot of owl symbolisms around you, but you're being guided here and reminded that you are very wise. You are very intuitive. Okay, you are very connected with yourself and your soul, and you know exactly what to do. So trust yourself at every turn. Don't doubt yourself, okay? Don't put up barriers when it comes to connecting with yourself. Don't put up walls when it comes to connecting with yourself, your purpose, and what it is that you are meant to do and where it is that you are meant to go, because you know exactly the way to go is a message that is coming through here. On the bottom of the deck, we have Bast and Independent. Your independence is a foundation for your strength and success. So your independence is a strength of yours. Remember, we did see the number 8 there, the strength card in the tarot. And we have the Ace of Cups there. So the number 8 might be relevant for you. You might be seeing 888. But your independence is a strength of yours. So utilize it. Don't make it your weakness, okay? You know, don't be overly independent. But remember that you are independent. You are capable, okay? You don't need anyone else. But it's okay to let others in at the same time. All right, you need that balance. That's really important. Beautiful message there. Let's get another message here coming through from the Gateway of Light activation cards. Can we get another message, please, for group number 3 from their past life self? Thank you. Oh wow, we've got the Crystal Skull Wisdom, Clarity, Divine Healing, High Vibrational Energy. So we've got 2 messages here from your past life self about wisdom, okay? We've got the inner wisdom coming through there, and we've got the Crystal Skull Wisdom. I mean, it couldn't be any more clearer than this, you know? Your past life self is trying to remind you about this wisdom that you hold so deep within you, like on a crystalline level here. There's just so much wisdom within you and around you, okay? And it's time to step into that. It's time to see with clarity your strength. It's time to see with clarity your way forward, to remove this restriction, to drop those shields and know that you are capable of achieving whatever you want to achieve here. You are worthy of abundance. You are worthy of a relationship. You are worthy of a deep connection that comes with trust. You know, you've had to release a lot. You've had to walk away from a lot. And it's okay to set roots now. It's okay to open yourself up. There's a healing that is taking place for you at this point in time. I'm hearing activations as well. You might be experiencing like ringing in your ears in particular, or like noticing sensations when it comes to hot and cold temperatures is a message that is coming through. And it's because your energy is rising. You know, your energy is increasing. I'm hearing you're aligning. You're aligning. So follow what it is that your desires are, the direction of your desires. I'm hearing follow the direction of your desires. There's a lot that's been awakened, a lot that's been activated at this time. So trust yourself. Trust yourself. That's a really strong message here. On the bottom of the deck, we do have Inner Earth. I'd really like to share this with you. Base chakra, strength and security, laying foundations. Exactly. I do feel like this is an energy now of you wanting to lay some sort of foundation. So remember me saying about growing roots somewhere, settling down somewhere. You're being guided to build roots here, build something. I feel like you have been building something. And yeah, we've got something here because we did have Bass come through. Your independence is a foundation for your strength and success. And then we've got base chakra and strength and security. So there's something here with grounding. We've got those colours, those brown colours coming through. There's something to do here with grounding and laying foundations. You know, you're going to be more than capable of laying foundations and creating something strong and stable for your future is a message that's coming through, but also the future of your family and your loved ones as well. So don't doubt that. It's a really strong message coming through from your past life self here. This has been such a beautiful message, Group 3. I really hope that this has brought you some guidance and some clarity and some informative insights and enlightening insights into this past life. Please let me know in the comments how this has resonated for you. I always love to catch up with you. And thank you so much for all of your likes, your comments, your subscribes, and your super thanks donations. They truly mean everything to me. They help this channel to grow and help these readings to reach other people on YouTube and kind of crack that YouTube algorithm out there, and it also helps to encourage me to keep posting these videos as well for you, and it really lets me know that, you know, they are appreciated. And yeah, so I truly appreciate you for that. If you do feel called to book a personal and private reading with me, you can find all the information in the description box, and don't forget to check out some of the other readings on the channel. They are completely free and timeless, and there are so many more messages waiting there for you to discover and explore. But thank you so much again for tuning in, beautiful group 3. We hope to see you in our next reading. Take care of your lovely selves. Bye. Hi group 4, welcome to your reading if you selected this beautiful celestite crystal. This is your reading today for your past life story. So basically your previous incarnation before this current life. We will be diving deep, group 4, to discover all different elements of this previous past life, and bring through lots of different information today. Before we do get stuck into your reading, I just want to explain that whilst I am asking my spirit team to bring through your most recent past life, there may be parts or snippets of other incarnations that want to come through for you as well today. And as there are many of you that are tuning in and watching these readings, please bear that in mind, that not everything may be for you and not everything may resonate for you, and that's completely okay. So just take what resonates for you, what hits with your soul, and what feels right for you, and lovingly leave the rest. So we'll be diving deep, like I said, to discover various different things about your past life, your most recent past incarnation to this life, and what is it that, you know, you experienced in that life, and who were you as a person. We will also bring through what a main purpose in that incarnation was for you, and what form of your past life may be influencing your current life as well. And at the end of your reading, we're going to be bringing through a very special message of guidance directly from your past life self. So what does your past life self want you to know, and what do they want to tell you right now? So that's a little bit of exciting information to look forward to. But we're just going to get stuck into your reading now with this card to bring through a main essence of your past life. I'm just going to channel some messages, and then we're going to get through into more cards for you. So a main essence of your most previous incarnation was scribe or writer. Wow, absolutely incredible. So I'm just going to tune into this card. My spirit guides are reminding me that as I was connecting with your energy, because I almost forgot to tell you, this is just a side message from this, that I was seeing a lot of water, and I do feel like you might have some sort of past life connection to Atlantis, because I was being shown dolphins. I was seeing a lot of stars, and I'm also seeing fairies and things like that. So there's a very light energy to you, a light energy to your soul, a very peaceful energy to your soul I'm hearing as well, and I'm definitely feeling that. Definitely feeling very serene. I'm seeing like a lot of white colours coming through, like you've got like a white aura around you. That's something that I'm strongly seeing right now. But I just wanted to bring that in before I forgot. My spirit guides were reminding me to do that. But just getting into this energy here of scribe or writer, there's a part of you in your past life incarnation. I'm feeling very strongly this energy of a very unusual energy of like being some sort of it's almost like a judge. It's like signing things off for people, being some sort of like elder. I'm hearing it's like this wise elder, or someone who had control over something. It's almost like if someone had to have a permission for something in a community, like a permission to set up a new stall in the market or something, it's like it would have to go through you, or an essence of something you would do, you would have to like sign something off, like to be able to accept it or push it through. There's just that energy coming through for you. So it's almost like I feel like you were in charge of something, whether it was a community or an organization, or even like in charge of like a family or something. There's just something about you being in charge of something and being able to sign things off, and others coming to you for acceptance with things, and you would basically either say yes or no. But there's a very strong energy of integrity coming through for you. It was very much like, almost like an energy of a judge, where you would be very fair with your decisions. You weren't someone who was a tyrant with your responsibility. You were someone who was very fair and just with your responsibility. A very kind of peaceful energy to you. It's like a quiet confidence is a message that is coming through here. So you had a confidence to you, you had an inner knowing about your abilities, about your security, about who you are as a person, about your integrity, about your justice, about, you know, your fairness and your balance. And you very much utilize that in a strong way. I am also being told that you are very creative as well. So you may literally have been some sort of writer. You might have literally written books, or I'm hearing educational documents or forms, or someone who made notes of things in history or things that had happened. You would make notes of it. You would hold records. There's just the energy coming through here. There's something encompassing all of this that is just very integral and very true, and you took this very seriously. Like, it was very much a very serious part of who you were, and you held this responsibility in high regard, and you were just very fair and very decisive. I'm also hearing that almost like you would send letters to like long distance for some reason. That is coming through. So you may have been separate from family or separate from loved ones. You might have done a bit of traveling, is a message coming through here. And, you know, writing letters to faraway lands is something that is coming through. There's just something, I feel like in your community you were someone who was very you were very capable of being very articulate. There was something about you, your knowledge, your writing skills, your capacity, your intelligence to be that writer, to be that scriber. Very interesting message coming through there. Yeah, there's just a depth and a knowledge and a wisdom to you that was very sought after and very well respected, I'm hearing. Let's get some more information with this card here about who you were in this past life. We have here the mediator coming through. Light attributes, gift for negotiating fairness and strategy in personal and professional life. Respect for both sides of an argument. Yes, exactly what I was picking up on, exactly what I was feeling here. We've got the shadow attribute, negotiating with an ulterior motive or hidden agenda, either personally or professionally. I do feel like that's something that was not a part of you, though. I don't feel like you did things with a hidden agenda. And I feel like if you did, it was for the greater good, or it was for the highest good of the most highest outcome. So if there was an unfair situation, you would try and make it as fair as possible within your power to do so, is a message that is coming through. Yeah, so it's like you were kind of some sort of go-to person for justice, or go-to person for some sort of acceptance or the green light for something. And you would do this with fairness, and you would be very strategic and very intelligent, and like I said, you would take this very seriously. Like, you were very professional. And there's a quietness to you as well in this previous life. There's like a calmness, a peacefulness to you. And you did gain a lot of respect for that. You know, you're someone who was very respected. And you may find that this seeps through into your current life as well, I'm being told. Someone who, you know, is very respected, who is very fair and very balanced, and is seen as, you know, you might have be seen as have more of a more serious side on the outside to people who don't know you. But on the inside, you're very peaceful. Like, there's just an energy of peace around you, which is why I was seeing that white light around you, I'm sure. Yeah, very interesting. I just want to get an Angels and Ancestors card for you to see if we can bring through some more information. Can we get some more information, please, for this past life, of who they were, who were group 4 in this past life, and can we bring some more information about this essence of this past life? Thank you. We have here Shield Maiden, make plans and focus. Very interesting. I do have 2 more cards that have flipped over there. I'm just going to take the top one. High Priest. Wow. Intend and create. Yeah, you were someone who had a lot of power. You were someone who had a lot of say in something. The moon did flip over as well there. Take note of intuitive messages. Okay, and we can see that that's a full moon there. So full moon talks about enlightenment. It reveals a lot of things. So I feel like you were someone who wanted to get to the core of situations, to get stuck in and get to the truth and bring through clarity of things as well. Yeah, bring through the clarity of things and be very truthful, very open. And with the Shield Maiden here, make plans and focus. You were someone who made plans and was very, I'm hearing goal driven and goal oriented. So I feel like you were given a lot of responsibility, and you had a lot of responsibility on your shoulders to I'm hearing defend. I feel like you had to defend others or defend something here. Defend truth, defend integrity, defend justice is a message coming through here. But you did this with grace. And with the High Priest here, I'm being told that, you had a lot of wisdom, a lot of knowledge. And this has stemmed all through your past lives here. I feel like in a past life of yours, it might not necessarily have been this most recent one, but there's an energy of you being a high priest, or even a high priestess. There's just that energy coming through here for you of being very intuitive, being very, I'm hearing all-knowing, all-seeing. Yeah, very interesting. You're very creative. You did a lot of things with intention, and I feel like you had good intentions as well. Like you set the intentions for the highest good of all is a message that is coming through. Can we see here how this person has got a white robe, and I was seeing that white aura around you, that colour of white that was coming through. And we do have the white of the moon there. Just like a very enlightening energy. It's like, I feel like you didn't hide anything. Like you tried to be very honest with your judgments and your actions. And I'm hearing that that's what makes you special, okay? Yeah, there's something about mediating, about being like the middleman or the middle person for something here. Very interesting. Let's bring through some information about what a main life purpose was for you in this incarnation. Wow, we have here speaker. Your life purpose involves your skills of oration. I couldn't say that for a minute. Your life purpose involves your skills of oration. So being able to speak up, being able to speak on something, I feel like your words held a lot of power is a message that is coming through. Yeah, there was a lot of power in your words. Someone who stood up. I'm seeing someone standing up at a podium, like giving a presentation, almost like kind of like the mayor of a community or something, or the mayoress, if that's a word. Yeah, just someone who people went to, people looked up to, people listened to. And I feel like that's a gift that you bring through into this life as well, being a very good speaker, whether you realise it or not. You might have actually had a challenge with public speaking, potentially, for some of you. Being able to stand up and speak might take a lot from you. But it's because your soul is wanting you to remember, wanting you to overcome that hurdle of doubt when it comes to your speech and speaking and your confidence, because you've done this before in previous lives and you're very good at it. There's something about your voice, very authoritative, but peaceful at the same time, but calm at the same time. It's like you don't need to scream and shout to get your voice to be heard, to get your message to be heard. In actual fact, it's more powerful when you are more calm. And actually, that is actually more intimidating when you do that. You just have this energy about you of being able to be calm, being able to be peaceful, but being loud, but that being allowed, if that makes sense, without having to actually audibly raise your voice. So we also have a crystal child coming through. Your natural core, pure, innocent, removing falsehood and seer. Wow. I said all seeing and all knowing was a message that channeled through with this high priest card. We've got the crystal child, which is such a light and pure energy. And that is you at your natural core. You might resonate with being a crystal child, or you might be drawn to crystals. I'm hearing you're very good at connecting with the earth. You're very good at connecting with Gaia. And that's something that you really need for your health and well-being, is to be able to connect with the core of the earth, to be able to connect with I'm hearing the elements as well. Crystals will be really good for you to heal if you're ever in need of healing, or if you're ever in need of whatever it is in your life, whether it's courage, confidence, abundance, prosperity, healing, success, protection. Whatever it is, crystals will be fantastic for you to use. Very exceptionally extra powerful for you. But with here we have removing falsehood. Exactly, with this scribe or writer, I was getting that energy of being very fair, being very just. And you remove what's false. You don't like lies, you don't like deceit. You're very integral. Very much about fairness. Okay, that is very much an important part of your soul. And you see a lot of things, and I feel like you don't always speak on them as well. You might keep things to yourself a lot. You might internalize things a lot. Very sensitive in ways. Just very pure. Yeah, absolutely beautiful energy here. And it was part of your purpose in this past life to bring through this truth, to remove falsehood, to completely eradicate it and be that mediator, be that fairness, be that just energy coming through, being that high priest, taking the higher ground, taking the higher perspective, bringing enlightenment to others. Someone who is very creative. I feel like your way of making money in that life was in a way of being very creative, and I feel like that's coming through into this life for you as well. And it's really important for you to keep your intentions pure, because that's when you're going to align with your most highest outcome, your most highest timeline, and it's going to bring about a lot of health for you as well when you set intentions with yourself. Be very structured with yourself, disciplined with yourself, making plans and really focusing and not getting distracted by outside influences or outside energies. That is going to really help you as well in this life. We get some more information. We're going to get in with the Crow Tarot now to bring through some more information about this past life of yours, this most recent incarnation. We get some more information for group number 4 for this most recent past incarnation. Okay, thank you. We have the 5 of Pentacles. Okay, thank you. We have the Hermit. We do have the Queen of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. I'll just bear that in mind. It's been drawn to my attention for a reason. We have the Chariot coming through there. So we've got 2 major arcanas. We have the King of Swords on the bottom of the deck. So we've seen the Queen of Pentacles, the King of Swords. I do feel with this Queen of Pentacles and the King of Swords, you were able to balance the feminine and masculine really well. You were able to take charge. You were able to lead with authority. You had some sort of authority in this life, and you were able to balance that with someone who is very grounded, who is down to earth, who is able to connect with everyone in the community and around you, someone who was very integral, someone who was very trustworthy as well with that Queen of Pentacles, and someone who was able to gain and garner prosperity in that life as well, from being integral, you know, from following your truth. And there was something very spiritually connected as well with this Hermit card. And again, remember me saying about you coming across as quite peaceful and quite calm and quiet. There is this energy to you of being withdrawn in this life. Especially with this Five of Pentacles, you might have kept yourself to yourself. There's an energy of you withdrawing, but then coming out when the time is right. So there's that balance between you withdrawing, but then being seen with the Shield Maiden. It's like you didn't like to show too much of yourself. You didn't like to, you know, be on a pedestal and have everyone admiring you. Like, you were quite reserved in that way. You may have had Virgo placements or Cancer placements, or you might have in this life. There's this energy of groundingness, but also like that water energy, because I was seeing water at the beginning of your reading as well. So there's a very like water energy to you and a very grounding energy to you. And I feel like you were able to balance that in this life, both of those energies. You were someone who was very determined. You did have a quiet confidence about yourself. It's like you were confident, but you weren't over the top with it. You weren't waving it in people's faces. You were quite humble about it. And it's like you achieved a lot, but behind the scenes. You achieved a lot behind the scenes, and you didn't really give much away. Because I am getting that energy from the High Priest. You know, someone who is very much to themselves as well. You had a lot of ambition and determination to succeed in whatever it was that you were wanting to. You had ambition to exceed in your intentions. Let's get the Wisdom of Oracle now to bring through what from your past life is influencing your current life. Let's get some information about what from this previous incarnation is influencing your current life. We have here the Spider. Creative projects. Wow, yeah. It's really interesting how that's sitting right next to the High Priest, which says intend and create. And then we've got creative projects. There's a creativity to you. And I feel like this is definitely coming through in this current life. So you might have a lot of creative projects. You're someone who likes to create things, who likes to... I'm being drawn to this spider weaving that web there. So you might be someone who likes to literally write. You might be interested in writing stories, writing books, or even like you might like enjoy writing blogs, or even creating in terms of artwork. Painting is something that I'm being shown. There's just something here about really working on your creative projects and really spending time on that, taking a lot of time, a lot of diligence, a lot of dedication towards these creative projects, towards achieving something here, towards building this beautiful masterpiece of something. I'm hearing masterpiece. And you're really good at whatever it is that you put your mind to, I'm being told. Like, you're very skilled, you're very competent. And this is something that you've brought through from your previous life. You're very patient as well. There's a patience to you that enables you to be very skilled at whatever it is that you do. Very unique as well. You've got a very unique way of doing things, a very unique creativity to you. So whatever it is that you create, whether you do write or whether you do draw or whatever it is that you do that's creative, you do it in a very unique way that is very unique to you. So if you feel that there's a lot of people that do what you do, you don't need to worry, because nobody does it like you do it. That is a strong message that is coming through. On the bottom of the deck, we have the High Priestess. We've got the High Priest and the High Priestess, okay? Discernment, prescience, prophecy, and vision. Okay, so you're incredibly wise. You've got prophetic visions, okay? You might literally have premonitions and prophetic visions. You can see things very clearly. This crystal child seer. You can see things that other people can't. You've got a very psychic energy to you that gives you an advantage. So make sure that you are utilizing that, because that's something that you're bringing through from previous lives. Just this wisdom to your core of who you are. But it's like an energetic wisdom as well. I'm being shown someone with an antenna on top of their head. Like you're very connected spiritually. It's like you do have an antenna on your crown that is very open and very active. So it's really important to protect this as well, I'm being told. Because I do feel like there's a lot of outside energies, particularly at night time in the astral. You might get a lot of astral attacks. You might experience that at some point. So you really need to close yourself down before you go to bed. Just literally imagine your crown just closing and the light just dimming and going out. Because you don't really want to go to sleep when you've got that antenna wide open, because you're going to be attracting all sorts of things in the astral that may affect your sleep. And you really don't want that. So that's just a side message that is coming through there. Let's get that special message now of guidance from your past life self. What does their past life self want to say to group 4, please? Can we get a message for group 4 from their past life self? Thank you. Wow, we have Aphrodite coming through, an inner goddess. Oh my gosh. Awaken the goddess within you through dance, self-care, and appreciating your divinity. Wow. Aphrodite is coming through here for you. Some of you might work with Aphrodite, or you might be called to work with Aphrodite, or you might just connect with that energy. That feminine energy coming through here, really strong feminine energy of realizing the goddess within, whether you identify as male or female or non-binary, whatever you identify as, we can all embody goddess or god energy. And there is a balance here between feminine and masculine coming through. We did get the high priest, and we did also see the high priestess as well. So embody and embrace this inner goddess within you, you know. Let yourself dance, let yourself be free, let yourself loosen up, lighten up, I'm hearing. Enjoy yourself, have fun. Because there is this power you have behind you with a shield maiden. This kind of like energy of, you know, you needing to be very switched on, very professional with whatever it is that you do in your life. But you're really being encouraged from your past life self to remember to bring fun into that, you know, to bring enlightenment into that, to bring self-care into that. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. It's really important. And appreciating yourself for your divinity and how amazing you truly are. The bottom of the deck, we do have Athena coming through, an inner wisdom. You know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delay. Yeah, exactly. You're very knowledgeable. You're very wise. You're very intuitive. And by tapping into that, by being more lighthearted, you know, self-care days, dancing, singing, doing fun things, it's going to really help you to tap into that inner wisdom and that confidence that you hold within you. And I really feel like it's going to bring you a lot more ideas as well when it comes to your creative projects and your creativity. And I'm hearing it's going to really like loosen things up as well in terms of that. So if you do feel like there's any energy blockages, or, you know, ideas are not flowing as much as you'd like them to, by being more free and having more playtime, more fun time. Remember, I was being shown dolphins at the beginning of your reading as well, and dolphins are like the epitome of playtime and fun. So it's really important, you know, to do that, because you have had a lot of hardships in your life and in your past. You know, you've been left out in the cold a lot. We can see here with the Five of Pentacles, traditionally does talk about being left out in the cold, right? And then we've got the Hermit here, a very solitude energy, and it's all snowy. So, you know, you deserve to embrace yourself, your true colours, your true beauty, your true essence, and enjoy that and bask in that, I'm hearing. We're going to get some information now from another message from the Gateway of Light activation. On the bottom of the deck, we have Crown Chakra upgrade. This white energy coming through again. We've got this dove again. We've got a dove there, okay? So white birds might be significant. Doves might be significant. Can we get a message, please? A final message for group 4 from their past life self. What do they want their current self to know right now? We have stellar gateway activation coming through here, infinite potential, manifestation vortex. Wow. Like, your past life self wants you to know how much potential you truly have. There's an energy coming here of like a connection with Egypt, because I'm being drawn to the pyramids here. This also came through in a different group as well, this connection to Egypt. But your past life self wants you to know, like, wants to remind you how much potential you have. Your potential is infinite. It is infinite. Do not put any caps on your potential. Do not put any caps on what you can achieve. Do not put any caps on where it is that you want to go and where it is that you want to end up. Aim higher. Your past life is saying aim higher. You know, and when you get to that next level, aim higher again, because you're capable of so much more than you realize. And your past life self wants to awaken you to that, wants to awaken you to this inner power that you hold within you. You know, this focus, this all-seeing, all-knowing energy that you have within you. You're incredibly powerful at manifestation as well, if you didn't already know that. So it's really important to keep your thoughts positive. Always see the best case scenario unfolding in every moment, in everything that you're doing, because that is going to be really powerful for you, because you have an ability to really strongly manifest whatever it is that you're wanting. So monitor your thoughts, monitor what it is you're saying. Scripting would be also really good with manifesting for you in particular. Scripting out your manifestations will be very powerful, particularly on the moon cycles, I'm being told. So I do feel like there's an energy you're stepping into now where there's a manifestation coming through for you as well. There's something that is manifesting, something that you've worked hard at, and it's a very well-deserved gift, you know, for your hard work, for your spiritual connection, for following your truth, for following your integrity, for being just, for being fair. And that is something that your past life self wants you to know. This has been such a beautiful reading, group number 4. I really hope that this has brought you some guidance, some clarity, and some insights into your past life and how it may be affecting you today. And I just really hope that this has really spoke to you. Please let me know in the comments how this has resonated for you. I always love to catch up with you, and I would really love to hear. Thank you so much for all of your likes, your comments, your subscribes, your super thanks donations. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much. And all of your likes and comments and subscribes also help these messages to spread across YouTube and crack that algorithm code of YouTube and allow other souls to hear these messages as well. So thank you so much. If you do feel called to book a personal and private reading with me, you can find all the information in the description box. And don't forget to check out some of the other readings on the channel as well. They are completely free and timeless, and there are lots more messages waiting there for you to discover and explore. But thank you so much again, beautiful group number 4. We hope to see you in our next reading. Take care of your lovely selves. Bye.